What's going on, YouTube? This is Danny and Deontay After Dark, and we're back with a new video. Before we jump into this, if you'd be so kind to hit the like, make sure if you're new to the channel to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get all notifications on all new content that we release on the channel. Yes, indeed. So we're back with a new video, and tonight's topic we're discussing the 10 must knows for black men who love hard. Yes, yes, yes. See, on this channel, I try to enlighten y'all, give y'all some free game, so y'all don't walk around here looking like a fool. You feel me? You know, I'm a cancer man, so if anybody know anything about cancers, we love hard. We go all in, we give our all. I'm telling you, man, we would give our all to a woman. We would love a chick and take everything, all the punishment. I mean, it's like being a puppy dog sometimes. We so loyal and we just take abuse, and we shouldn't do that. We go all in for these women and we don't reciprocate anything, or we give 100%, we only getting back 10%. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm trying to help y'all along the way. You know, young men, uh, men my age, men that are going through this still. I want to give y'all some free game tonight, man. First and foremost, we got to stop wearing our hearts on our sleeve. You know, people pick up on your weaknesses, man. It's like these women will sniff that weakness out a mile away. So you got to stand firm, stand on business, and set boundaries. You get what I'm saying? You have to set a lot of boundaries before you get in too deep. It's a lot of y'all that's in too deep right now. Way in too deep. I mean, you waist deep right now. Some of y'all neck deep. Y'all have been in these relationships 20, 30 years, and y'all done got some kids in the deal. Y'all done got houses and stuff in each other's name, and y'all just feel like there's no escaping, no way out. So y'all just taking all this BS when y'all know better. But I'm not gonna beat y'all up. First and foremost, what do? We have to know our worth. We have to stop finding our value in someone else. We gotta stop looking for someone else to validate us. You can validate yourself. You get what I'm saying? Stop looking into other people, your woman, to make you feel validated. You should know that you're the man. You should walk around with confidence. Don't be arrogant, but have confidence, self respect. Walk in integrity. Be a man of stature. You get what I'm saying? Self love is most important. Practice self love. Y'all be so busy telling everybody, I love you, I love you, I love you. Telling your woman, I love you, I love you. Telling everybody, I love you, I love you. When are you going to tell yourself that you love you? You look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that, sir, I love you. Practice self love. Pray to God to regulate your thought process, help you to recognize the signs that you may be loving way too hard. You may be losing yourself and loving someone else. It's important that we don't lose ourselves, man. You can be so consumed in everything this woman got going on. You can be so consumed in pleasing her, being a man that she wants you to be. But what about the man that God wants you to be? What about the man that you need to be for yourself? She can pack up and go any day. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to balance love and life, how to love deeply without losing yourself. You get what I'm saying? Love deeply without losing yourself. I've been in this situation myself. This is why I can talk about this. I've been in this situation myself a few times, being 41 years of age, starting my dating life at the age of 18, being with a 37-year-old woman, way out of line. She knew better, and I should have known better. That comes with having, you know, active father that's more active to teach you these things, and having mentors and older gentlemen around you that could coach you along the way. See, I didn't have that. So, with that being said, I was losing myself in almost every woman I got with. You know what I'm saying? Trying to conform to their program when they should be coming onto my program. A man is supposed to lead, but when I stepped into the dating game, into the relationship game, I was allowing women to lead, following a program, and losing my whole identity. I mean, I was in a situation where I lost my passion for writing. I lost my passion for the things I enjoy in life, trying to conform to them, trying to impress them, trying to follow their lead, listening to everything. And these people, when they see that you're weak, these women, they feed off of that. They feed off your weakness. And that's nothing but these demonic forces using them to get to you. Like these demonic forces out here, they know your weakness. So they would do things and use people to manipulate your mind to have you think that you're not man enough. Have you think that you got to conform to what they doing and go off of their program. I mean, I've been manipulated to where I was going to a church with a girl. I wasn't going to church for the right reasons. I was going just to impress her and impress her family. And that was totally wrong. But that's an example. I was losing myself. I always loved God. Don't get me wrong. I always been a servant of the Lord. But I was going to church to conform to her program and to impress her and be with her. Totally off base, totally wrong. And I was younger at the time. I was with an older chick. I mean, I stopped doing everything, hanging with my boys. I stopped going to work. I stopped going to college. I was consumed with everything about this woman. I stopped dressing like I used to dress, stopped keeping my hair cut, stopped looking well groomed. I just lost myself completely, chasing her tail around, trying to see what she was doing. Lost myself. Didn't know how to balance love and life. In the process, all she did was play with my mind. She was out here doing what she wanted to do. And I was just going crazy, calling her 100 times a night. I was on some other stuff, man. And that's not self love. That's a person that's loving too hard. That's a person that's infatuated. That's a person that's just whipped. I want to keep it clean. That's a person that's whipped, all about the wrong thing. A lot of these relationships are based on the wrong things. Sometimes we can confuse love with infatuation. And sometimes it is love. You just loving this person more than you love yourself, more than you love God, more than you love the things you used to love. It's people that were athletes that giving up everything to be with a woman. Then they look at themselves 5, 10 years down the road, this woman up and leave, and they didn't lost out on their dreams chasing this woman. Honest communication, keeping it 100 in all these relationships. Communication is key. You have to pick your woman's brain from time to time to see where they at. Having open dialogue, open discussions to see if y'all still in alignment. Is this gonna be something that we gonna is it gonna grow? I would say you shouldn't be with a person that's not gonna add to you. Somebody that's constantly subtracting from you. You find yourself losing yourself. You probably used to be in shape, hitting the gym all the time, doing things for self-care. And you get with her, you done gain 40 pounds, you out of shape now. You done lost yourself, bro. Continue on your program, but at the same time, still love her. balance. Still do the things that you love to do. If you a music artist, continue to write your music. Still go to the studio. Just learn how to balance that time between studio time and her. If you like to go out to play golf or go to open gym and play some hoop with the fellas, still do all that. Don't lose yourself trying to be up under her tail all day. Or when she throw a fit because you about to leave the house, don't you stop what you doing. No, you set boundaries. You establish these boundaries from day one. Well, this is what I like to do. This is what I'm gonna do. And this is my program. Either she with it or she ain't. She better fall in line, but be respectful with it as well. Communication is always key to all these relationships. If you can't communicate, what's the purpose? Honest communication, healthy boundaries, setting limits for a healthy and respectful love life, setting boundaries, respecting yourself. I talk about this all the time, fellas. Look, the greatest respect is self respect, respecting yourself. That's the greatest respect. I was listening to a guy, and he said some stuff that really opened my eyes to a lot. If your woman don't respect you, she don't love you. How could you love somebody that you don't respect? Once the respect goes out the window, or she come in, some of these women come in without respect for you. They just come in looking at you as a lick, a come up, a sucker, because you're wearing that heart on your sleeve. I can talk about this because I was that person, a sucker, coming in trying to save a chick, coming in going all in. And they looking at me like, oh, he's stupid. Be careful, fellas. Self-respect. Put your foot down. Be firm. What they say these days, stand on business. I mean, and when you do this, it sets up healthy boundaries where nobody feels violated. Nobody's feeling like they're getting disrespected. You get what I'm saying? Reciprocity in love, understanding the give and take in relationships, loving equally. There is no way in hell that you should be giving 80 and she giving 20, or you giving 100 and she giving 10%. You know what I'm saying? You giving your all and she's not bringing nothing to the table. Nah, we gonna dead that today. And this all comes in the process of learning people too. Like in the beginning, you're gonna see those red flags. When you just in the talking stages, you should be able to peep those red flags before getting in too deep. And some people be so naive, they ignore the signs, and they go in, and then 5, 10 years later down the road, you in child support court, or you breaking leases or something like that. You gotta up and uproot yourself, or you done lost your mind behind this crazy chick. You know what I'm saying? So, reciprocating what you give is very important. I'm big on that. I'm not gonna sit up here, and it's small things too. Like whatever my woman asks me, I do. No pushback, no nothing like that. Not, and I see a lot of men going through this these days. They're sexually starved. That's number one. They're emotionally neglected. Um, they're neglected. Period. Period. If the tables turned, some of these women would be stuck. They would. What if you told her, I ain't, if you asked her for some love making or some sex, it's a problem. But what if she asked you to pay a bill? You say, I ain't in the mood for all that today. They'd be stuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this in a bad way. But it is what it is. There's a lot of men these days that are sexually starved, and because you love so hard, you accept it. S- You accept it because you love this chick so much. You willing to accept that, and they know what they're doing. Trust me, they know what they're doing. They know that men, we require sex. We're sexual beings. We require that. That's a requirement, Mike. Come on now. Majority of the time, a lot of the men are out here doing majority of the work, paying majority of the expenses, taking care of majority of everything. That's what a man's supposed to do, provide. You know what I'm saying? But they can't even provide us with sex. It's always an excuse. Not all. Because you got some women that go hard for their man 7 days a week. That's a keeper. Some of us go into these marriages and stuff, knowing when you was with this chick, the first 3, 4 years, she wasn't putting out like that. So now you married and miserable. You sit up here, you're kind and gentle with her, but she's not kind and gentle with you. You watch what you say, but she can't watch what she say. Gotta reciprocate. It's give and take here. It's give and take in every relationship. You can give this woman everything, and they can give you nothing. And they feel entitled to do this shit. It's like women are entitled to mistreat you and think you're supposed to stay. Then when you leave, you called you weak. Oh, you couldn't take the heat. Oh, you just up and ran. No, we don't have to accept that. Self love, embracing vulnerability. Now, showing your true feelings is a strength. Being able to express yourself, that's strength. Nothing wrong with expressing yourself. But women these days will call it weak, feminine energy, all this stuff, man. I don't understand the state of a lot of these women. Men, we love feminine energy. Most of us do. Men who call themselves men who love women, we love feminine energy. We don't want no man. We don't want that masculine stuff around us. Be a woman. You're not a freaking man. You're not. But they take when a man express himself as a sign of weakness or they downplay you. And it's wrong. It's totally wrong. And men that love hard get it the worst. Because men who love hard tend to show more emotion and more feeling. A man that don't give a damn about you is not gonna give you nothing. You're not gonna get that much. You're not gonna see that other side. You're not gonna see that sensitive side. It's not wrong with showing that side, that sensitive side, that vulnerable side. Nothing wrong with it. But some of us are so, especially us in the black community, we don't like to show emotions because we've been told that's a sign of weakness. And we gotta bottle that up, suck it up, and be a man. Be a man. Nothing wrong. God gave us these emotions. God created all of us in his image. So there's nothing wrong with having emotions. Nothing wrong with expressing yourself. God made no mistakes. You understand? So it's good to have an open heart and show vulnerability. But just don't let nobody walk over you. That's nobody. And keeping it real, and we talked about this. I just talked about this, keeping it real and seeing red flags, seeing stuff for what it really is. You can tell off rip that stuff is ain't gonna work. When I went through my spiritual transformation back in 2016, 2017, yeah, 2016, I was seeing someone and she had a lot of red flags. She was an alcoholic, smoked a lot of cigarettes, very disrespectful at the mouth, always had an attitude, just for no reason, just fly off the handle and create drama, created situations. It was unnecessary. And I got away from that. Like, I didn't even give it a couple weeks. I'm like, up, nope. As soon as I seen it, I was out of there. I didn't care how cute you thought you was or how cute she thought you was. Out of there. I recognized those red flags and dipped. When I see a chick come in the door for money or expecting me to do financial things, we just met. Oh, red flag. That's called what they call that, dry begging. Not with it. It's important that we recognize the red flag and keep it real with ourselves that this isn't going nowhere. It's not going to go anywhere. When you see those red flags early, if they can't address it, if y'all can't talk about it openly and say, hey, I need you to check that. If you want to pursue anything with me, if we trying to do something long term, check that. They're not willing to address those red flags, dip, because you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to deal with this woman for the rest of your life. If y'all end up having kids or something, you got to deal with this for the rest of your life. That's drama. Men deserve to be happy. We deserve peace. We deserve everything that God has for us. And that's on a positive frequency. We deserve it. We deserve prosperity. We deserve a good night's rest. We deserve the vacations. We deserve me time. We deserve it all. But some of these women that you get with, they don't like to see you enjoy yourself. These women would block it. I'm serious. They will, if you one side of you having too much fun, they don't like to see that. It's a saying, misery loves company. Some of these women are miserable with themselves. Some of them had daddy issues. Some of them aren't where they want to be in life. And sometimes you aren't the first choice. You just ain't the first choice for them. They'd rather have been with their baby daddy or somebody else. But they settled for you because you had something you probably had a better situation going on. But they'd rather be with somebody else. So if you don't recognize that, y'all both gonna be miserable. That's what comes with open communication, keeping it real with each other, having those discussions. Be mindful and be careful. Stay woke. Now, handling rejection is a big thing. There's nothing wrong with being rejected. There's nothing wrong with somebody breaking up with you, say things didn't work out, and you feel like it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not. There's so many women out here. I understand you can be in love with that one woman. You can be infatuated. Maybe she done threw it back on you. She done topped you off real good. You ain't had it like this before. She done did all types of positions for you. She done came in and cooked for you. Nobody had done it like she's done it. You just so infatuated with her. Used to her touch, used to her smell, used to just everything about her has got you consumed with her. You don't see nobody else but her. But then y'all end up breaking up and you feel like you can't move on. Turn that setback into growth. Bounce back. You got to have that mindset, that growth mindset. Bounce back from all that. I went through it, man. Let me tell you a story. I met this girl back in what? This chick back in 2014. And I just thought this was it. This is the one. I mean, everything was on point. The communication, we had everything in common and we hit it off real good. And I thought this was it. I started to see those red flags that I ignored. She was a liar, compulsive liar, a habitual liar. Just had to lie about everything. And I'm very intelligent, so I'm just like, oh, well, you don't have to lie to me. Just be honest. Just dealing with the lies. And I was looking at her history and just looking at her story of what she was telling me. And I'm like, oh, she's a runner. Lo and behold, about a year and a half later, she left me high and dry. Didn't say nothing, just dipped. Packed up everything and just left with the kids and everything. She had her kids, she had a kid, brought her kids in, and we all moved in together or whatever. but packed up everything and dipped for 6 months. But then she ended up reaching out. We talked in between the time or whatever. And I thought about it, like, man, she probably went out of town with another guy, relocated out of town with another guy. Because it's funny that the place where she went was where her ex-husband was staying at. And she claimed she didn't have a cell phone. I remember sending her a cell phone down there. She said she never got it. But long story short, we ended up getting back together. We reunited. 6 months later, she moved back in with me or whatever. And I was stupid enough to let her come back. The phone pops up. Her son ended up having the phone. I'm like, I thought you said you never got the phone. Another lie. You know what I'm saying? So we moved on from all that stuff. Everything was going good. I fell for the okie doke again. 6 months after that, she did it again. This time she ran up to another state with another guy, a runner, straight runner. But in that situation, she tried to come back again, try to keep me just within arm's reach. Where if that didn't work out, she wanted to come back where she knows she always had me. And I fell for it just a little bit. And I thought about it like, wait a minute. And she called me with the fake crying, saying dude was cheating on her, had other women. But you knew what you was getting yourself into. With somebody, and she all of a sudden left that time too, and told me it was a quick decision she made to just leave. I said, nah. If somebody up and leave you that fast, that's something that's been planned. That's something that's been discussed. That's something that's been talked about. That's something that's been cultivated over time. That wasn't just no decision that was made at the spur of the moment. And stuff like that can really affect a person. You can develop trust issues. It can stop you from really going to see your next relationship, and that relationship may be better, but you still hurt behind all that. You taking that baggage into your new situation because you haven't properly healed yet. When I spoke to my wife the other day, she told me like you have to forgive those that did this stuff to you. Don't forget it, but forgive. Ask God to forgive them, and you forgive them. And that's important, not to carry this burden and all this stress and all this anger and resentment toward people that may have did you wrong. You have to learn to move forward in life and forgive them. It might be hard. They might have did some spiteful stuff, but that was real spiteful what she did. But it's cool though. I'm with somebody now and I'm very happy. But that situation was crazy. But that back to that story. I was depressed for about 6 months. Very depressed. I found myself sitting outside looking for a car, looking for her to pull back up. Had my phone in my hand, checking my messages all day, every day, just waiting for some a sign that she was gonna be back with me. I was doing the most. I lost myself. Loving too hard, I lost myself. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had outgrew that situation when I went out of town. I ended up getting a real good job. I was making about 30 some dollars an hour. Had joined the union, was traveling around the United States. I mean, I was doing my thing. And she just so happened to reach back out to me. I was in North Carolina. And she started that craziness. Hey, I love you. I miss you. I didn't want to hear it. Didn't want to hear it at all. You know, and I was able to move on in my life and let that go completely. I was very happy with that decision. So you turn those setbacks into growth. That right there, that situation helped me a lot to recognize red flags ahead of time, not to let these chicks come spitting they fake ass game and falling for the okie doke. Cause these women are cold with it. Y'all think men are cold with it? Women are colder. Seriously. And they get off on this kind of stuff, believe it or not. Just the way that men do, women do it too. So, that's just something that, you have to be careful when you're going in loving loving on people like this and loving so hard that you accept the BS. Because I could have easily took her back and went through this whole game with her for another 6 months, and then she bounced again. Then I'd be hurt all over again. No, I love myself too much to continue to put myself through the mental abuse. That's insanity. If I would have accepted this woman back and went through that again, knowing that would have got the same result. That was twice. So if I would let her come back a third time, she would have did it again. Because she know I would have been there waiting 6 months down the road for her to go out and play and get her black back blown out, get her mouth blown out, get her ass blown out, get turned out, and come back to me thinking it's gonna be cool. That's just what it is. Come back to me all used up, and I'm okay. Nah. Mm-mm. Most of these chicks do that. They go out here and and they do everything under the sun with the next man. They can get to you and want to give you all the leftovers. And please. And then what we have to learn to do is defy the stereotypes. A lot of people, a lot of these women, a lot of our women in our community put us all under the same category. But it's up to you to write your own love story. You know, break break down those myths and those barriers and those walls. Like, man, please, I'm different. I'm cut different. I'm from a different cloth. You show them. Don't talk about it, be about it. It's also important to surround yourself with like-minded men. Me myself, I don't hang with nobody for real. I don't hang with nobody at all. I'm a homebody. I'm working home, working home, working home. That's it. It's hard to find people that are like-minded like me. I'm committed to family and I'm committed to one woman. That's it. That's all I want is one woman. And some of these guys who I've called friends, who I've called associates, they don't know how to kind of live by that. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them do. And we speak when we speak and we see we talk and whatever, we see each other, we might catch up with each other, you know what I'm saying? But as far as me hanging with people and running in circles and all this stuff, nah. Mm-mm. But if you do have that circle of like-minded individuals, it's best to lean on them for support. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of people that lean on me for support. They need advice. They call me up. I give them the advice. I keep it real. I'm very transparent. I'm raw and uncut with everybody. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to touch on this, man, to make sure that we not out here just playing boo boo the fool for these women. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of these guys going through the most right now, man. I'm like, why continue to put yourself through that, bro? It's so, it's like 7 to 8 women to one man. So many women out here, so many beautiful women to be worried about one that ain't doing what she's supposed to do. And these women know what they supposed to do. They know. But the mentality of women these days, you're so defiant. Everything is a competition. Everything is aimed to hurt the next person or make them feel a certain type of way to boost their ego. And I'm just being real. These women get off of this. They talk, they brag to their girls about them not giving you none. Brag to their girls about you paying everything and you doing everything for them. Girl, he ain't going nowhere. Man, y'all gotta start showing these women something different. Bounce on that ass and see how they fend for themselves then. See if these next bums they out here entertaining gonna take care of them. That's all they deal with is bums for real. Bums. Can't do nothing for them. Bums. But want to try to play you. No, learn to love yourself more than you love her. You see yourself living a peaceful, more healthier, abundant life. Well, that's all I got for today, y'all. Feel free to come back next week for another one of these late night vibe sessions. Make sure you drop a like, share, subscribe. Also hit the Cash App. It'll be pinned in the comment section of this video. There's a lot of work that go into this, and I really enjoy talking to y'all, man. This is something I really love to do to get a lot of stuff off my mind too. This is like my therapy too. After a long week of work, dealing with paperwork, dealing with admin work, getting out here doing the work, I come to YouTube and it's just chill time. Got my wine right here. I'm good. But yeah, make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this weekend. Take care of each other. I love y'all and God bless. Peace.
For more content, don't forget. For more content, don't forget. For more content, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. For more content, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.